Hey guys, so for this video, I'm going to showcase a bunch of advanced tips and tricks. I'm telling you guys right now, these are some of the most mind-blowing strats you will ever see. They include new ways to outplay your opponent, quicker ways to reload your weapons, and even a broken method to get loot from the vault without actually being inside of it. As for the format, you guys probably know it, but in case you don't, I'll show what the trick is, why it works, how to do it, as well as an in-game example from your favorite pro, not including Zexro. Last tiny thing before we start is to let me know what you guys think about my new mic. I've only used it for like an hour and I still gotta change around a lot of settings, so it may not sound the best. It should definitely be an upgrade over my last one. If it's not, then I just wasted 500 bucks. Just pain. So with all of that being said, let's get right on into the video. Up first is the new and improved way to exploit into boxes with a crash pad. By now, all of you guys should know the original crash pad trick. That is when you take out your crash pad, go in front of your opponent's wall, aim it at the top, and then as you move forward, it'll push you inside and you can secure the kill. The main problem with that trick is that you can easily get blocked if your opponent puts a ramp up. I can't even get in. The new technique that absolutely nobody will expect is the crash dive. In order to pull this off, just get on top of your opponent's box, stand on their cone, build the ramp off to the side like this, then aim your crash pad towards the bottom of the ramp. When done correctly, you'll go straight through their box. The way Ryu recommends you do it is you build two walls for protection, put a cone instead of a ramp because people won't really expect this trick with a cone, then again aim towards the bottom of the cone and jump up. Easy money. This is what it looks like from your opponent's POV. Oh my gosh. Too bad Kazaki's aim is butt cheeks. As far as if you should use the cone or ramp, they basically do the same exact thing. The only difference is that your opponent might suspect something if they see a ramp next to their box, while they won't really with a cone. In the end, it's all up to you. Here is Ryu himself absolutely dumping on kids in Arena with this trick. Check out his channel down below. Second trick, again using a Martos example, is this 300 IQ bait using a decoy grenade, a launchpad, and a sniper. All you have to do for this trick is after you locate your opponent, just place down a launchpad, take out your decoy grenade, and aim it at the top of the launchpad. This should send out a decoy in the air, which your opponent will see, start shooting at. You just take out your sniper and kill them. I'm really not sure why it works, but they do look as real as it can get. They even take out the glider you're wearing, the whole 9 yards. Me personally, I know for a fact I would definitely get fooled by it. Doot-doo-doo, just playing Fortnite, rotating to zone. Oh look, my opponent, I'm gonna murder him. And I'm dead. I'm pretty sure this does work with the low pad. Let's test it out. Oh, never mind, it does not work with the low pad. It has to be a high pad or else they do not go straight up. I also think this could be pretty useful if you're rotating to zone. You could just throw the decoy, then go yourself. Obviously, the decoy is just going to stay there, but it can buy you some time to get to zone. I gotta give credit to the guy Martos learned it from, named Almanza, who beautifully shows it off in this clip. Third up is the fastest way to reload your weapon in Fortnite Season 3. Everyone who saw my 30 simple tips and tricks video should know the basics to this. Essentially, if you have a gun that needs to be reloaded, you can bring up your inventory, take it out of it, pick it back up, and then you have full ammo. That's the basic version that is still pretty quick. You just drop it out, pick it back up. However, it's not the fastest. The faster way looks a little like this.
But Jerian, what's the difference?
Well, the difference has to do with a tiny little keybind trick. To set this trick up, you need to go into your settings, over to your keybinds, and come down to your inventory keybind. You can see it's called toggle inventory. I have mine on tab. You guys might have it on something else. You want to put the second bind to either X or Z. I'm going to put it to Z. So not only is it tab, I also have it on Z. And then all you do is press that button. I'm going to press Z again without selecting anything. It drops it, then you just walk forward, pick it up, and you're done. This is what it looks like at full speed. That's pretty darn quick. Why this works so well and fast is that you're pressing your button to bring out your inventory, aka the second keybind Z or X. Boom. Then you're pressing Z or X, which is to split or drop. Boom. That drops it, and then you just pick it back up. One thing to note is that it only works for the first weapon slot. I guess you can technically click on the second one and then do it. I got my charged shotgun. But to do it fast, it only works for the first gun. Shout out to Ryu Zanami. Trick number 4 is technically an exploit, but it will not get you banned. FaZe dubs and many pros are using this, plus it's technically in-game and not a real exploit. Just take my word for it. The only spot this currently works at is the Fortilla, so you are going to have to land there. We're going to aim for the vault because that's the loot we're going to steal without actually going inside of it. We're going to try to avoid these henchmen. Chill, bro. Also, make sure you have some mats, that way you can protect yourself so nobody shoots at you. Here is the vault. I obviously have not killed Ocean, so I can't get inside of it. I do not have the key card. You want to come down these stairs, the vault's right there, and go under it in this spot. You can build a little base, and then poke your head up until you see the interact key to open one of these chests. Then you could loot this. I got a hunting rifle, suppressed SMG. You can search this. All this free loot, boys. Make sure you also flip the ramp, that way you can access this one. And now I am stacked on loot, all without killing Ocean. From what I've seen, this cannot get you banned. It's an in-game exploit that a ton of pros are using, like I said. If anything, it's more looked down upon than actually bannable. Fifth up is yet another crash pad trick, but this one is much crazier and more versatile. The key for this trick to work is that you have to be 27 meters away from your opponent. Not 26 or 28, you gotta be 27 meters. This is the distance where if you look straight up and throw your crash pad, it will come down and break your opponent's front wall. There's a few different plays you can make with this. You can throw the crash pad, wait for it to blow up, and then hit a snipe. You can throw the crash pad, protect yourself, edit open in a scrim, and then get some tags off. Or you could do my favorite, which is edit like this, edit all of the cone up, line up the crash pad, and then crash pad yourself. This will send you right in front of their wall, where you could do the first trick that I showed from my other box fighting video. Nobody in their box in a scrim, or even just a normal game, is going to expect their wall to get broken and sniped out of nowhere. Just remember that if you're going to do the second one where you dive through their wall, you have to be right up on top of it. If you throw it from too far back, you're going to go straight up, and even if you're at an off angle, you're still going to go the wrong way. Chilling in my box, do my thing. Oh my god! How dare he! By the way, as my cousin Kazaki pointed out, it doesn't really matter how far away you are if you're doing the first trick. As long as you aim at the top of their wall and hit it, it doesn't matter how far away you are. You'll always break it. The 27 meters is more if you're going to aim straight up and then go and do it yourself. Moving on, let's look at a really good box fighting technique to use with Kit's shockwave launcher. For this trick to work, again, build on top of your opponent's box. This time, place 3 floors out to the side, a wall at the end, and position yourself between the last 2 floors like this. At this point, take out your shockwave launcher and aim right at the center of the wall. This will send you across your opponent's builds, break them, where you can replace them with your own cone and floor. Edit it open for a shot. I personally think this is way safer than the other way I showed, where you go 2 tiles away on the same level and then you go straight into their box. The only real downside is all the mats and time it takes to set up. Still, it is really good and pretty much always works. Here's an in-game example from the king, FaZe Martas. The next trick are a few different methods to block the crash pad exploit from the front. Even though I just kind of showed this, when your opponent puts a ramp in their box, it actually blocks the crash pad exploit. You cannot get in. A quick counter to that is going to the side where the ramp is not facing. So you see how this is facing that wall? It actually works from this side. You go straight through and you break the ramp. Now, let's say you're the person inside the box. You can obviously counter that by just editing your ramp towards wherever your opponent is, but someone who watches my videos could just come where 2 of your walls meet and then go straight through that way. We need a counter that can block from every direction. That counter is what Ryuzanami calls the UBlock edit. It looks like this and it blocks your opponents from every side. Here's some proof. From the front, you get blocked. From where the 2 walls connect, you get blocked again. The only crash pad exploit it does not defend against is the one I showed before from the top. Then again, nothing really counters that. Therefore, anytime you're in your box and you see your opponent coming up to it with a crash pad, on top of building a ramp in front of them, make a quick UBlock edit like this. That is officially itsJerian approved. Final strategy is a really cool way to get your opponents to come to you. As I showed before, if you throw a crash pad at your opponent's wall so it bounces off it, it'll break the wall after it lands and you can get a free shot. Something else you can do if your opponent is hiding or you just want to outplay them is throw a crash pad at your opponent and that will bounce them up into the sky for another free shot. Before you guys comment anything, yes, I know it may seem useless because who the heck is gonna stand still in Season 3? But what if your opponent was camping in a bush? You could throw it in, clear him out, get a free shot, and eventually get the elimination. You could also do this if you're playing trios and your opponent is knocked, or if they're hiding in a cornfield. Where are you at? There we go. I swear I did not miss. Not too shabby. I'm not sure how many of you guys saw this clip on Twitter, but it's a really good example of what this trick is capable of.
Sound production.
Overall guys, those are all the advanced strategies I have for Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 3. Let me know down below which was your favorite as well as any I left out. On top of that, if you enjoyed the video, do be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel down here, and to turn on post notifications. Shout out to everyone using code JERIAN. I'm sorry if my mic wasn't the best quality this video, I'm gonna get it fixed. I still have to mess around with a lot of settings, don't worry though, I will sound perfect soon. Otherwise, that's it from me and I will see you guys in the next one. Later!